Am I good or am I good at it? Because these days, that's the aspiration, isn't it? Like, those who don't know teach. So, we were talking about touch just now. I write about sex.
You do write about sex.
Those of us who don't know teach. This is not going to be used in a court of law by any chance. Okay, good. We all know. Not having regular sex doesn't show. Like, this is the people, if repression is a person, this is what it looks like. Here's what it means to not have regular sex. My first, and the thing is, for some people, sex is like a line in the ground. There was a before and an after, before COVID, after. Like, the one day you definitely had not had sex, that next day you definitely had sex. For some of us, it's like, like you experimented, you played with a line, that kind of thing. So I'm kind of a bit of both. But the one incident or episode or event that definitely was a line for me, we met on Mixit. I think it's when we had there was a system, I think, where you meet somebody in Mic 33 and then you move over to Mixit, because I think Mic 33 was more open. There were like open chat rooms, whereas Mixit, I think, is with people if my memory is correct. So that's how that happened. And his username, I can say what his username was because it was the username of half the people in those spaces. Bisexual guy. And like 10 points for originality, right? But in the course of time, I think his bisexuality came into question because he had a girlfriend, lived at a distance. We know the story, right? I have a girlfriend, but she lives far. And then chik, like, no, I don't think the girlfriend even knew she was a girlfriend. I think he had a name in mind for in case people asked him if he had a girlfriend. Yeah. You've been fed the whole brand, the whole thing. It's now a part of your thinking. It's now the thing that goes unquestioned in the way you move through the world. Okay, so my dating life is my work calendar, basically. That's the only dating I am doing. Like Zoom call, date, time, hour. That's the only dating that's it's true. It's very sad. I'm married to my work at the moment. So, and like a part of me is wondering how much censorship I should exercise, and like, please just cut that whole part out. The thing is, I have not. It's so strange. Like, I'm writing down, I'm making a discipline of writing down all my goals and what I want out of my life in different areas of my life. But when it comes to relationships, I know more about what I don't want than I know about what I do want. And what I know about what I don't want was just like, you meet it and then you know it. You meet it, you allow it into your space, into your life, and then like, okay, no, now this is now a red flag for me. But I don't have like a positive profile of, okay, this guy is going to be this tall and he's going to probably be working this field. I enjoy it. It's fun. It's one of the few things. Enjoying sex and writing about sex is one of the few things I don't feel needs justification in life, because for a very long time I had to explain how I knew I was gay. Are you gay? Why are you gay? What turned you gay? There was a lot of explaining and justifying. And with erotica, I get to say, okay, I like the sexuality component of my life, unprovoked. I just like it. Like, I just like sex. So here's the erotica. Like, can it just be? Also, it might be the closest I get to having sex in some instances is writing about it. Those who don't do teach, right? And also, I write about religion, politics, and sex. I don't write about sexuality. So sexuality for me is this more theoretic. Let's categorize, let's classify, let's label, let's, it's more formulaic. You're understanding, okay, people who identify as this often move in these cultural spaces, and say, I don't do that. I write about sex. Like, they act. Like, now we are within the act, not the preparation and the terms and the definitions. The actual litigation. We are now doing it. So that's what I write about. And because we were talking about religion and politics earlier, I think we need to bring sex into the light and talk about it, not just around it. When you are editing your OnlyFans content, or this is my experience of it, you get to redefine yourself and retell the story of what actually happened when you are creating. So you get content, it tells one story. When it's just raw, it tells one story about who you are sexually, who you are bodily, and all of those things. When you edit it, you get to idealize it. You play around with the flaws to whatever extent you want. You are calibrating the way you see yourself, with the hope that it actually feeds back into the way you carry yourself in the rest of your life, and you become the person. Because if you're aiming at becoming a specific person, you eventually do. So I think that's one of the things I'm getting from this exercise. It's fun. Why did I start it? Again, with the religion, politics, and sex, for me it was pushing that envelope on the sex part. Okay, so, and because what happened was I used to take all of these shower videos, but like one day I realized, when was it? When I realized, okay, people enjoy the shirtless pictures, then they enjoy the shower videos. How far can we push this thing? Can I weave it into the commentary I write about sex in society and politics? So that's where that came in, and some people are consuming it. Okay, my name is Sia Kumalo, and I write about religion, politics, and sex. No, I get that.